I would say that a typical day at the museum for myself is obviously making everything is turned on and tidy and fun for the public to be able to explore. Making sure that the toys are where they need to be and that they're engaging, and also making sure that people understand how to use those toys. So if I see them struggling with one of the toy devices and I think to myself, they might not know that this device can blow air in this direction, then I'll go and I'll show them, hey, it can also do this. I also help them understand the context behind a lot of things in the galleries. So for instance, our history hall has lots of historical items from Prince George's history, but some of it might be, you might need to understand a bit more about it before you can fully appreciate it for what it is. Also, when school groups come in, that's one of my favorite times because lots of kids arrive and they're here to explore and they're here to have fun. So it's helping them figure out their boundaries, figure out what is okay, what is not really okay. But we also want them to explore and make a couple of mistakes along the way in a safe way that they can have fun with. Probably the funnest fact that I would consider to be fun about me is my obsession with coin collecting. I absolutely love coins and banknotes. I find them fascinating in that how they can help you understand another country's culture. Because how did they decide that they wanted this emblem on this side of the coin and this monarch or this symbol on the other side? There's a great deal of consideration that goes into those kinds of things. And also like where the coins are minted. You would think every country would mint their own coins. No, most countries do not. It's very expensive to run your own minting facility. And I have a passion about international coins, and it helps me feel connected. So if I find a coin that's 100 years old, I like to think about who has touched that coin, and where has it been? What is it seen? And when there's a coin that has lots of dings and chips on it, then I also think about what caused those dings and chips, and how our society functions on money, and how the physical money is starting to disappear and is starting to become less and less prominent. But it helps me feel connected to history. And with the banknotes specifically, I love looking at the artwork and what represents that country. What do they feel is the most important thing that somebody needs to see if they're about to spend money into their economy? My favorite thing about working at the museum is the kids. It's helping the kids figure out the science-related aspect of play at the museum in particular here. So for instance, we have a ball run, and on that ball run, we have a ramp, and that ramp will go down, obviously. And so the ball generates energy as it's going down that ramp, and we have buckets that they want to get those balls to land in. Now, if they want to get it to land in the first bucket, they have to try to figure out, okay, so at the very top of the ramp, the ball goes all the way to the end, but how do I get it to go to the first bucket? So then I ask them, what do you think you would need to change in order for it to get there? And then I watch their little brains figure out momentum and figure out, there's less energy if I start it partway down the slide. And it's very important for me that they come to that conclusion on their own with as little prompting as possible, because I want them to critically think through the problem. And I don't think that there's quite enough of that these days as well. And it also factors into the active listening. Really listening to what they have to say. Not just like thinking about the next thing you want to say, but really making what they're telling you your whole world. Because if it is, that's what they need, that's what they crave. And just watching them get enthusiastic and excited when they see me, and what we're going to discover on this particular visit that they're coming in. That really makes me happy because when I was growing up, I didn't really have anybody like that in my life that would really push me to try to figure those things out on my own. And I try to give them, as we all do, better than what I had when I was growing up.